It's NBA action on EA Sports. Alongside the former Chicago Bulls guard, Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. And Jay, I know this takes you back.
Ed, there's no better feeling this time of year than week on the court and seeing guys get a good lather while they're getting ready for battle.
It's that pregame feeling, and now it's the opening tip. Bledsoe. Paul George to Beverly. George gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Clippers have the basketball. Leonard knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Giannis for two. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Leonard. He made his first effort, but not that time. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has got 2 shots coming. A career 74% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. To Paul George. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Middleton buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Antetokounmpo. Not that time. He missed it. To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Giannis with it up top. Down a point. Clippers have got it. It's George for 2, off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Lopez to George Hill. Clippers have it. Beverly. Giannis in control of the basketball. Down by 1. And he's going to the free throw line.
Look, it's still early. Make your opponent work for those possessions. You don't want to start racking up too many personal fouls.
Oops, he missed the first one. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip.
For LA, number 23, Louis Williams.
Beverly into the front court. 10-all is our score. To George. Paul George. 2 of 4 now. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. George, he made his first effort, but not that time. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Antetokounmpo with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
LA Clippers with the basketball to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, 3 for 4. Good start.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Leonard. And the slam. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Antetokounmpo. Short jumper stays out.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
George to Williams. Leonard. The hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. First quarter's complete. The Clippers are out in front. Second quarter about to start. Jay, this has felt like a game of horse. It was shot for shot in the opening period.
Both teams are on fire, but speaking of competitive juices, one of the beautiful things that we heard during the timeout, in a team huddle, you heard multiple voices that weren't the coach saying how much more they needed to fight in order to win this game. Oh, trust me, the intensity level is going to pick up a couple of notches.
Giannis with it up top. Down 6. Fires the 3, and it's good from the outside for the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality, positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Curling inside, strong finish for Paul George.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Deep 2 there, won't go. Giannis Antetokounmpo with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Beverly to Paul George. Short jumper won't fall. Giannis in control of the basketball. Down 3. Count the basket at the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
George, that's how you defend. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Connaughton. Has a look. Leonard shot won't go down.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Yes, Wesley Matthews. He's 2 for 2 now.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Leonard. Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
4-3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Leonard. To Beverly. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go. The Bucks at the controls. Middleton off the mark.
And would you like to be in the lead? Of course you would, but still, I like the fact that you got an open shot. Eventually, those will start going in.
Leonard buries it.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Hill to Lopez. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, short. To George. Driving right to the basket. Shot by George, misses.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win the defensive battle.
Hill across the timeline. Now down 6. For three. And the Clippers able to clear the board. Leonard. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Last 2 minutes. Into the game for the Bucks. Number 34, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. To Paul George. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Another shot won't go either.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
George, he was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Straight on three. At the buzzer, we've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. It's the Clippers with the possession now. George, he'll take that any day.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 1-on-1. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo. From the outside, no good. To George. From the painted area, won't go down.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
To Paul George. Got it.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Middleton to Adetokunbo. Paul George, huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And finishes strong.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Adetokunbo to Middleton. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Leonard, they get it to George, down low. It's a big finish.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
And George Hill, good on the quick release for 3.
And your big is the one making that happen. Every time he's involved in a PNR, he's slipping it, forcing that guy from the weak side to come down and help. Quick skip passes equal 3s in the bank.
Adetokunbo. That won't go. Beverly into the front court. Lead stands at 7. George. Well defended. To Adetokunbo. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Whoops, that won't go. Leonard, and knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Someone's not going to be happy about that. You have to be careful on the inbounds.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Down low to Mirotic. And look out. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Beverly. To George. Going to launch beyond the arc. That no good, off the mark. Bucks at the controls. Another chance. Montrezl Harrell pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
2 points for Paul George.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a T.
To Bledsoe. Bledsoe, better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot in there.
Leonard can't connect. Giannis with it up top. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out. Oh, emphatic slam. He'll put it up at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Clippers have the lead. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. This was a one-possession game at the break, but things went south from there.
But guess what, Ed? It's always a one-possession game. That's how you need to approach each possession in basketball. You can't score and then get back in the game 30 possessions later. You have to do it one possession at a time.
Another follow, still no good. To Leonard. Short jumper off the mark. To Adetokounmpo. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Leonard. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
George, tough shot. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Bledsoe. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time.
Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. To Paul George. Fires the three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Kawhi Leonard. Jumper's good.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Even to Zubats, snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Picked up by the Bucks. Middleton to Bledsoe. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Beverly to George. Here's a chance from long range. He engulfed him that time. Beverly to Paul George. From long range. Smothering D. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
And easy to get back on defense.
Giannis in control of the basketball. The deficit now up to 13. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
George goes to the right side. Leonard trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark. It's LA Clippers ball. Here's Leonard for 2. Add 2 points to the board.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here. because that was not an easy look.
Antetokounmpo gets it in the right corner. George. Now that's a contest. Giannis with it up top. The deficit now up to a dozen. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. A couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 75% so far tonight. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Harkless. Brook Lopez swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
And a putback slam. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been